all of that shit you get now. Drink responsibly. Drink responsibly. Responsibility is the thing that you're trying to get to fuck off in the first place. That's why you've started drinking. You can't have a campaign that encourages people to do something in a way that contradicts the effect what you're doing has. It doesn't make any sense. Drink responsibly is a campaign slogan. It's like a campaign slogan that says, take Coke humbly. So sorry, finish what you were saying? Now all I do is watch the news. Like when you're looking after your kids, you have the news on in the background. It's better. It's like you don't want to, eat shit. You just try and learn something about the world. And like the 24-hour news, you got the 24-hour news? Yeah. The thing about the 24-hour news is the 24-hour news is not 24-hour news. The 24-hour news is the half-hour news about 46 times a day. Cut up with some film critic being more appalled by Batman versus Superman than anybody is about atrocities. And they all have to have a tone of voice. They can't tell you what they actually believe, so they have to acquire a tone of voice so it's implied. Hello, a bad person did a bad thing today. Sources say under a bad influence. We've spoken to the family of the person who did the bad thing, who say they are heartbroken and condemn people doing bad things. We've actually got Simon at the scene of where the bad thing took place. Simon, what information do you have from where the bad thing happened? No information that you don't already have, but I am nearer to it. You can see it in the background. That might be quite satisfying for you. Wouldn't it be good if the news had some form of proportional response so we could react in a way that was like you had some emotional kind of output so you could engage with it emotionally, the things going on in the world? Wouldn't that have been better during the Ebola crisis? We've actually got Simon at the scenes of these goings on. Simon, what can you tell us from where you are? There's shit coming out of people's mouths! Oh my god, don't touch me! Don't touch me! Fuck off! Oh my god, are they gonna be, oh my god, I hate Liberia and I want to come home. Thank you, Simon. I'll never know what it's... There's a lot of inequality about class, gender, race, lots of different types of gender inequality even. There's class, sociological, economical, there's also genetic gender inequality. And that, interestingly, always favours the woman. Live longer, smell better, it's just, you're better, species-wise, you're kind of a more better thing. And I'm just saying that if we're going to level everything out, if we're going to make things truly equal, then somebody at some point is going to have to sort me out with a clit. I want one. Do you not feel shortchanged? You're never going to make your clit come. Never! How does that make you feel? You're never got that little nub of fizzy fucking fun. I want a nub of fizzy fucking fun. How do you fit all of that orgasm in that tiny little place? All of that in there, how do you do it technologically? All of that in there, it's like a Kindle, it's magic. Trapdoor into a sea of orgasm. I want one! If I want to masturbate, I have to drain some screed of pleasure out of my cumbersome organs. I get to do it twice in one evening before my ball tubes start hurting. Oh, hurty ball tubes, no more coming for you this evening. If you've got a clit, you can just go again and again and again and again and again and again. There's no need to ever stop coming. You don't have to. Just go home and just come for ages. Tell the neighbours you got chickens or something. If you offered me property or a clit for a day, I would pick the property, but I would wander around it going, oh, I wish I had a clit. My leg's never done that after an orgasm. Where's the justice in that? Never have I had a fizzy foot, a shaky leg, I'm having an aftershock, or the aftershock. I've never had that! Sex is the most radical, visceral, pleasurable thing that you can possibly experience. And I've had to live with somebody whose eruptions mock mine. I know it technically feels nice when I come, but nobody would give a shit about Ben Nevis if you could see Mount Everest from the summit. Oh, come lie down here with me in the... Oh, well, let's just lie down together for a bit. Let's just lie down together for a bit. In the aftershock, and there's always the cascading waves of my orgasm lap over my still naked body. No! You know what I do when I come? I clean up. Thanks very much indeed. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed.